Let me show you how I build profitable positions in the stock market that have made me more than $1,000 on each of the stocks that I own. I'm going to talk to you and explain to you exactly how I do this. There is an actual strategy that I've been using that has worked really well for me, and I'm going to reveal that to you in this video. If you're new to the Flaming Profits YouTube channel, what are you waiting for? Make sure you hit the subscribe button. That way you do not miss out on any upcoming videos where we add value to you and teach you how to become a more profitable investor in the stock market. I also cover other topics involving finances and overall how to improve your life. So here we go. Let me show you my Robinhood portfolio. So today Facebook had a bad day. It dropped about 2%. Normally my profit on Facebook is more than $3,000. So that's why it's down right there. But let me show you my UDAP position. This one's at $970 right now. It will go above $1,000 pretty soon. It's just a matter of time. But yeah, right now it's about $60 profit. And let me show you why I decided to invest into this stock. So UDAP mimics the Dow Jones, but it is leveraged 3x. So every time the Dow Jones goes up 2%, this is going to go up 6%. So it does 3 times whatever the Dow Jones does. I started investing into this stock before all the craziness started happening. So when it sold off, I knew this was a smart idea, and I still think it's a smart idea. That's why I decided to build a large position in the stock. I'm taking advantage right now that it's cheap because I know one thing from the Dow Jones: it always makes record highs, and I'm waiting for that record high. Once it achieves a record high, I'm planning on selling all of it. But yeah, that's how I've been able to make that 30% return on this stock, just from buying low and planning on selling high. It's just, there's still more time, and I think there's still a lot of more money to be made with this stock. So yeah, and I'll show you the strategy that I used, why I decided to pick this specific stock, how I decided to buy, and what position size did I start with, and how much I incremented in the stock slowly. So now let's talk about Facebook. This is my largest position. I've made a lot of money with Facebook in the past. This is not my first time that I buy and sell Facebook, as you'll see in my history that I'm about to show you. But I decided to invest in the stock when it sold off dramatically, and I've been buying more and more shares as time goes on. Whenever all this mess started happening, that's when I started buying pretty heavy, and now I'm kind of barely buying. I'm just kind of riding the stock right now, but I will buy more as soon as it gets cheaper or it has a sell-off. So I have about a 22% return, and like I said, today had a bad day. Usually my rate of return is much higher on Facebook. Yeah, let me show you everything else. So Facebook is a stock that is very undervalued in my opinion. They have so many customers, and this is a stock that will continue to grow. And they've been adding so many features that's going to continue to make it a dominant force in social media. They recently made an application called Reels inside Instagram that is meant to battle TikTok and win consumers over that. And I think this is great because they don't necessarily need to buy their competitors. They basically just mimic features that are popular amongst people who use social media, which is basically the whole world. They have about 3 billion monthly active users, actually daily active users. So that is pretty impressive. They did amazing in their conference call. In their earnings. And yeah, I'm very proud of this position and will continue to hold it for a long time. Facebook will soon be a stock that will be worth more than $500. It's just a matter of time. But this is all my opinion. Don't do anything just based on what I say. Always do your own research. So as you see here, this is a stock that I've bought and sold so many times in the past before. I have a long history with Facebook, and I would consider myself basically to have an understanding of Facebook as the same as a business executive would at the company. I know exactly what they're working on, what issues they're having, what they're planning on doing in the future. So yeah, Facebook is a stock that I know very, very well. So next, I'm going to show you the actual strategies that I use to build profitable positions like this that have made me more than $1,000 in each stock. Alright, so here we go. So number one, you have to make sure you pick the right stock. You might ask me, how can I know that the stock that I'm choosing is the right stock? So 3 indicators. Number one, it has to have a good balance sheet. If you don't know how to read balance sheets, start learning. You need to look at the assets versus liabilities. You need to make sure they have more assets than liabilities. The second thing is you have to make sure the stock has a max chart that is uptrending. You see Facebook right here? It's always making a record high. No matter where you bought it, you're always going to be making money on the stock over time because it always reaches a higher high, as you see here. Obviously, it does have times where it sells off, like the one circles in yellow, but these are the times when you should be buying the stocks. Anytime Facebook is cheap like this, you need to be buying because this is a stock that will normally continue to go up in value over time. It's not a guarantee, but it tends to do this. So make sure you follow the pattern. Make sure you pick a good stock that is uptrending on the max chart. And whenever it's cheap, that's when you decide to buy it. That's how I've been able to make a lot of money with Facebook and UDAO actually. So a good balance sheet. Make sure it's undervalued or oversold, but uptrending on the max chart. Make sure you take a look at that. Solidify your theory on why the stock will go up in value in the future. You remember when I explained why I decided to invest into UDAO? Well, same thing with Facebook. I had a theory on why the stock will go up in value in the future. I believe the stock will be worth more than $500 someday. Basically, any tech giant is way overpriced now. They're going up for $500 or more. Netflix, just think of Netflix, think of Microsoft, think of Apple, think of Tesla, think of Amazon. All these stocks continue to go up in value. Facebook will do the same. They're doing very good things and they're going to continue to do that. So let's look at number 2. This is how I decide to buy and my strategy when it comes to actually buying the stock. A lot of you might think I'm crazy when I tell you this, but it actually works. Give it a try. So if you don't make money, let me start all over. So buy 1 share of the stock that you're wanting to buy, right? Once you buy 1 share, if you don't make money, positive return on that 1 share, don't buy any more until it does make you money. A lot of people make the mistake that they go all in on one stock, or they buy a lot of one stock in particular, and it just continues to go down and down and down. Don't do that. If the stock is going to go up, it's going to go up. So just buy 1 share, and then if you make money on that 1 share, buy more. This is going to give you the confidence to continue buying into the stock. But make sure you buy 1 share. The most you're going to lose is 1 share. Let's say it never goes up before, let's say you buy 1 share and it never goes up above that price. Then you just lost your money, but it's only 1 share. You didn't take that much risk. A lot of people buy a ton of shares and they end up losing a lot of money because the stock never makes a higher high, or they don't have the patience to wait for it. But just buy 1 share. You're not risking a lot of money by doing this. So once you buy your 1 share, only buy more if it gives you a positive return, if you're making money on that one individual share. So let's go to my next tip. So only buy more if the investment is making you money. Then continue to add shares to the position in larger increments as long as it continues to make higher returns. So you can buy more than 1 share each time, but as long as it continues to get you more of a return. So you're going to start by buying 1 share more, then 2 shares more, then 3 shares more. Then you can start buying 5, then you can start buying 10, then you can start buying 15. So you can increment the sizes that you're buying, but just make sure it continues to give you a higher return in correlation. Next, once you have achieved a 20% return on that investment, only add to your position when the stock sells off. So this is kind of like my Facebook example. I'm not going to buy the stock when it hits a record high or when it does really well. I'm going to wait until it sells off because more than likely, it'll continue to go up in value over the long term. So you need to make sure you're buying it when it's cheap, not when it's oversold. So once it's sold off or it has some bad news that makes it sell off, that's when you take advantage, especially for positions where you've already made a lot of money. So there we go. Use these tips and tricks to build profitable positions in the stock market. Show me that you can make thousands of dollars of profits in any stock by following the strategies. Leave me a comment down below once you try it out and it works for you. If you have any questions, I'll be glad to answer them in the comment section down below. If you're new here, make sure you subscribe. A lot of valuable videos coming your way. So yeah, thank you all so much for watching. Thanks for spending the time to watch this video. I'll see all of you in the next video. Peace.